Hey everyone, if you're a Beachbody coach, then I'm sure you are well aware that we would be receiving the announcement at Summit in Vegas in June of 2014 of what the newest program was that was going to be released through Beachbody. I found out about mid-March that it was going to be PiYo. I was more than happy because I had previewed this for the first time at a live workout with Shalene at Leadership in Dana Point, California in September of 2013. So the fact that this was going to be offered in a home-based workout program, I was thrilled. I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. We returned from the Success Club trip, the cruise to Cozumel and Grand Cayman Island, and I got an email on March 31st, and I had been planning on starting 21-day fix again and doing a second round of it whenever I found out that I was selected to be one of the test group participants. The test group is just basically a group of individuals. In this case, it was all elite coaches who would be previewing and using this product, following the format, the schedule, the meal plan, and then basically providing feedback if there needed to be any changes, or just to let everybody know at corporate headquarters what the consumers would expect to see, feel, and the results that they would get, and just to give feedback. And then not to mention our results that we personally have are a huge testimony to how legit this program is and the type of results for people to expect. So anyways, whenever I got the email, I sent, the affidavit back basically stating that I would not, give any information about the program that we were not authorized to give, and that, giving rights to our results to Beachbody for whenever the program launches on June 23rd. So anyways, I was super excited. I kind of went on this like binge thing because I'll tell you, when I got the email, the only concern that I had was, oh my God, if I really want to do this program justice, get the best results possible, then I'm really going to have to cut out the alcohol. And at the time, just due to stress and life and just the fact that I'm a full-time coach and I stay at home and, I can, I don't have to live such a strict life as I did when I worked full time. I would drink, beer probably 4 to 6 nights out of the week. And so, we're social people as well. I'm like, oh my God, to go 2 whole months without a drop of alcohol to really get good results, I was freaking out. And so the 6 days from the time that I found out I was part of the test group until we actually started, I just kind of went on a rampage, ate everything in sight, ate several meals out at restaurants. I drank to the point where by Sunday night, the night before we started, I was like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. I felt like crap. But this is just things that, I think all people do. Just because you're a coach, just because you're an elite coach doesn't mean that you don't suffer from the same mental, games that go on in your head. So anyways, I, challenged myself to go without alcohol. And I'm proud to say that on June 1st, I finished the program. And in the course of, between April 7th when we started and June 1st, I only drank 14 beers. So I think that I did pretty good. And one thing that I found now that I'm done is that, after we were done, I did go out to the lake with some friends, had a good time, drank some beer, but I don't really miss it now after all this time of, hardly drinking. And there was actually like a 29-day spread where I didn't drink a drop of alcohol. So that is actually pretty good. And I realized that, what they say about, takes 21 days to build or break a habit, I do feel that that is correct. And I know that the results that I got were driven by the fact that I didn't let alcohol stand in my way of my goals. Honestly, the 2 months we did the program flew by. It was insane. And I got great results in the it was essentially 56 days. We say 60 because that sounds better, I guess. But in 56 days of doing PiYo, I did 48 workouts. And, in that period of time, my body fat went from 22.6 to 17.7%. So that means I lost 5% of my body fat by doing PiYo. I went from 137 pounds down to 147 pounds down to 134, and I lost a total of 22 inches. 7 inches were off my waist. So this is incredible. I can only imagine that had I drank heavily or drank as frequent as I was before I started, my results probably would not have been that good. So this is one thing that I ask everybody to keep in mind when they're starting a program, whether it's a 30-day program or even 21-day fix or a 60-day program, that you really remain focused on your goals and envision yourself with the results. Because the thing is, if you don't stay focused, if you don't, stick to the plan, follow the workouts, follow the meal plan, then you're not going to get good results. To me, if you are starting a program, it means that you really want the results. You really want to feel better. So you should be willing to do whatever it takes to get these results. And I did. I dedicated myself, poured my heart and soul into this because for me, it was so important to, number one, make my coach proud, make my whole team proud, and really give back to Beachbody because Beachbody has changed my life. It has made me a better person. It has brought some amazing people into my life, and it's made me a better wife and mom. And most of all, everything that they do, they invest into us as coaches, as customers, and they're constantly trying to find a way to make our lives better and to show us how much they appreciate us. So I felt that given this opportunity that was huge for me as a person to represent Beachbody, is that I had to really give it my all. So I remained focused, and I know without a doubt that that's why I had excellent results. I want to share a few things with you. My final thoughts about it is that the first month was really great. It's just like any other Beachbody programs. It starts off slow. You learn the moves. You become familiar with them. You build a base, and then it heats up in the second phase or the last phase. Some of the Beachbody programs have 3 different phases, but it's not something that you just have to be an expert at. You don't have to be a fitness pro to really get great results. Anybody can do this. This is one thing that I was telling one of my personally sponsored coaches and also my sponsor the other day. My personally sponsored coach that I'm referring to and my coach, they are the go hard, go heavy. They want to, I swear, they want to feel like they are dying when they're working out. Not me. I'm a weenie. Like, I don't like to work out. This whole thing is new to me. Yes, I've completed P90X. Yes, I've completed, combat, like, I don't know, really heavy cardio for me would be combat. P90X is one of the most extreme programs out there. I did complete it. I know that I can, but I didn't like to do that. Like, I don't like to hurt. So for me, PiYo is great because even though I could feel some soreness and feel the workouts in my body, it never felt like I was beat from head to toe. It wasn't like I couldn't get up out of a chair or sit down and, was in excruciating pain. And I found that for a lot of people, that is the biggest deterrent why they stop working out. They just think, God, this hurts and pain sucks and it's never going to go away, so they quit. And then, sometimes a coach like me can say, no, keep going again, and they start up again, and then they have that pain, that like goes through their whole body, and then they just keep thinking it will never get better, so they quit. So the one thing about PiYo is, like I said, I did experience some soreness, but not severe like with the other programs I've started. So I think this is going to be great for people who don't like to work out, don't like pain, and want to go slowly. I also think it's great for people, like I said, my coach, my personally sponsored coaches, people like them. Our bodies are not designed to jump up and down on heavy impact. We can do it, but it's not designed that way. And, one of the things that we discussed in the test group with all of the participants is that a lot of the people in the group were people who did that. They did turbo, they did insanity, they did, fast, hard workouts. And some of them had experienced a plateau in their weight. Yes, they were at, a very high fitness level in the best shape of their life, but when they started PiYo, even though it wasn't something that they would normally pick up and do or something that they would be interested in or enjoy, they still did it and they took it seriously just like I did. And then they, had these aha moments that, wow, this little bit of a break was what their body needed to be renewed and be restored and get a little bit of break. And they got over these plateaus. Most of the people in the group lost anywhere from about 4 to 10 pounds and, several inches. And for me, it's not so much about the inches or the pounds that are lost, because when you start seeing all of their results, pour in and, flood the internet, you're going to see that it's not really what the scale says. There's just been amazing changes in their bodies. And it is a great way for people who are, you know, at a very high fitness level and very busy to engage in a program like this to give their body the rest they need. This is why I really emphasize that everybody does need a rest day. Even if you have, you know, 100 pounds to lose, working out 7 days a week isn't always going to get you there faster. It actually can take a toll on your body. Your body needs to be repaired and have a little bit of downtime. So this was great. And plus, you know, whenever you're doing something like Pilates or yoga or PiYo, which is a fusion of it, but is really nothing like Pilates or yoga, it really improves your balance and your flexibility. And what people don't understand when they buy P90X or P90X2 and they throw those stretching discs out and the yoga discs out and the Pilates discs out because they think that, you know, it's for sissies or old people or hippies or the things that people really judge yoga and Pilates on, they're really doing themselves an injustice. There's a reason it's in there. It's to help improve your balance and flexibility. This is going to help, you know, make you better at your game. It's going to make you push harder. It's going to give your body a little bit of a rest. It's going to make you stronger. It's going to just improve everything. And overall, the biggest thing about PiYo is it really helps you reduce injuries, because if you have, you know, tight muscles and you're not very flexible, you could really injure yourself. And this is the one thing that Shalene said is why she created PiYo, is because, you know, she was doing turbo and working out heavy, and she was, you know, really beating her body up, and she experienced so many injuries, and she had just assumed this is because of my age and this is just normal. And she was seeing a sports medicine doctor, and he said, no, it's not. You are inflexible. And it was like, oh, okay, I'm going to, you know, change this. And, you know, once she started doing PiYo regularly, you know, after she had created it and then taken a break and then experienced all these injuries, she has been, you know, injury-free for over 2 years since she's been introducing this. Another great thing is that her husband and her brother-in-law were, you know, NFL players, and they had suffered lots of injuries. They are man enough to do a, you know, Pilates and yoga fusion, which is PiYo, because I know so many guys out there who refuse to do it. But they did it, and they too have experienced these great results, and also improvement in their strength and in endurance, and, you know, less injuries. So this is for anybody, the weenies like me, the people who are just starting their journey, the, you know, fitness pros, and men too. I just can't begin to explain how life-changing this is. Being part of the test group has been amazing. As a coach, you end up running challenge groups and being people's mentor, and you're working on inspiring people, and it's easy to get lost in your own journey. That's what happened to me. I'd gotten off track, especially after spending 23 out of 31 days on vacation in March. I just really got off track. So for me, this was the accountability I needed, is to be accountable and to really hold fast and true to my commitment to Beachbody, to representing my team, representing this amazing company, and then being part of a group where we all started on the same day. We all had, you know, similar goals, and we were all pulling in together. There was the accountability of how everyone was feeling, and it was great for me to get the feedback, because in the group, out of, you know, a little bit under 30 coaches, everybody had different stories. Like I said, there's some fitness instructors there. There's people who are, you know, new to Beachbody just like me, you know, around the 2-year range. And there's people who love to go in and go hard and feel like they're going to die. There's people, you know, in their mid-20s to, you know, over 40 years old. And so it was great to get the feedback, which will help me as a coach when I'm running challenge groups, because not everybody is like me. Not everybody has the same goals as me. Some people love to work out and they're not weenies. Other people are weenies like me. So it was a great enlightening thing. And along the way, I just had some major aha moments. There's a video I have, another video on YouTube that I have that discusses my aha moments about how important it is to follow the nutrition plan. Don't just do the workouts on the schedule, but actually follow the meal plan. What people don't do is they just throw the disc in and they follow the schedule, and then at the end they're like, I don't have that great of results. You know, blah, 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 had great results. And then they get all discouraged and, you know, the negative self-talk, and they think that they're losers, and, you know, they get discouraged. The thing is, most people don't follow the meal plan. What you don't understand is the meal plan for PiYo is going to be different than the meal plan for P90X or P90X2 or Insanity, because they're all different programs. They are all designed differently to achieve different results. so many people don't follow directions because they think they know better, or they think, oh, I'm eating healthy, but they don't have really a clue about what is necessary to reach these goals, and that these programs were designed by fitness professionals. They've been tested before. They've been, given out to like a test group. Now you have the test group that tests it out. So these things aren't just people putting it together just for their own good. They've been designed by nutritionists and, trainers and gone over. There's a reason why there's a meal plan. It's to help you achieve your goals. If you don't follow it, then you can't be mad about the results you didn't get. And if you don't eat right, your workouts are going to fail. If your workouts fail, you're going to hate it. If you hate it, you're not going to do it. If you don't do it, you're not going to finish it. And then you're not going to reach your goals. And that's the last thing we want. So I really encourage anybody watching this video, anybody who wants to do PiYo with me on July 7th, because I'm going to restart round 2 then, is you follow the meal plan. Do what I did. You want results like I have? Then follow the meal plan. There's a reason it was there. It was made to go in conjunction with the program. So if you're doing Insanity and watching this, then follow the Insanity meal plan. If you're doing T25, follow the T25 meal plan. That's how you get results. That's how you're going to have energy to get through your workouts. And once you get through your workouts, you're going to get results. So that was the biggest takeaway I had. I mean, I realized that, over the last 2 years of my journey, I was eating clean. I was eating healthy, but I was eating an improper balanced diet. I was eating way too much fruit. I was eating different food groups at the wrong time. And it was definitely making it where I was dragging my workouts. And honestly, just 1 or 2 beers in the 56 days that I was doing PiYo, the few times that I had 1 or 2 beers, I felt it the next day. I mean, alcohol's poison. I'm not saying I'm never going to drink, because everybody knows me, knows I love beer and I'm social. I'm just saying that it can be a huge contributing factor of why you can't get through your workouts. If you fuel yourself with the right foods, you're going to get through it. And then on top of that, the greatest thing for me that I just am ecstatic about is that right before I started, you could just grab like this much skin on my stomach. It was disgusting to sit down. It disgusted me. I was disgusted with myself after having 3 kids, and I blamed it on having 3 kids. And honestly, while we were on the cruise, my husband and I decided that I was going to go have a tummy tuck sometime in the fall, October or November, to get rid of the extra skin, because I had convinced myself that was never going to go away. Well, within 2 weeks of doing PiYo and following the nutrition plans, let me just explain to you, it was not just from doing 2 weeks worth of PiYo, but it was doing 2 weeks worth of PiYo, drinking Shakeology, and following the meal plan. My skin tightened up. I could like lean over with a pair of tight workout shorts with an elastic waistband and no skin hung over. I could do a plank and no skin hung down. I could work out in just a sports bra and not see my skin falling all over the place. You know how awesome that is as a mom, to not disgust yourself and, to roll over at nighttime and not feel your skin fall on the bed? That's huge. That's going to save me a lot of money and a lot of pain and a lot of downtime. So that's what I am very proud of. And not to mention, I've just seen huge physical changes. If you look at my transformation, my face was huge. My cheeks were fat. And that was another thing that I said, I'll always have this. I'm Asian. We all have high cheekbones. I've always had chubby cheeks. Well, just because you always had it, but you were doing what you'd always done, once you change things, it's kind of amazing how it just changes everything. I have, definition in my arms, strong triceps now, and, the non-scale and the, non-physical victories is, certain things like today I did a 21-day fix, 10-minute ab workout. And before, it was tough. And I'm not saying it was easy, but I noticed that I could just go right through it. That my core, from all of the planks, all of the side planks, all of the, pike push-ups, all of these different moves that are in PiYo strengthen my core. I mean, I was able to blast through an ab workout today without any issue at all, especially some of the oblique moves, because I did notice that there was a lot of moves there that really, toned and trimmed my waist and worked on my obliques. My legs are just like shredded. So I'm so excited about this program. And I know that anybody who gives it a chance is really going to see the same benefits if they follow the directions. And one thing that I just want to really mention is the power of the accountability groups that I really started to see or be reminded, I already knew this, reminded of how important it is to get involved in the challenge groups that you're in. So if you do decide to do PiYo with your sponsor, with me, or host your own group, I just can't begin to emphasize enough that get involved in the groups. You'll find that other people are struggling with the same thing, or the ones that maybe aren't struggling on a certain area can really build you up. And then later on, you may not be struggling in an area and they may be struggling, and you could build each other up. And then along the way, you just make some great friendships. I just can't tell you how life-changing this has been, and I really hope that everybody out there, anybody who watches this, won't just assume that this is some workout for girls or some workout for, you know, that's slow and boring, that they will really give this a chance and then really see how this improves every aspect in their life when they move on to the next program or just day-to-day lifting and carrying things. So anyways, if I were to rate PiYo on a scale from 1 to 10, it would be like a 20. So thank you.